Season 10, Episode 1. After learning the value of grease, Homer and Bart begin gathering it for resale, but they can't find enough grease to bring healthy profits, so they break into the local school and steal grease from the kitchens, but it doesn't go to plan. In real life, reselling grease is a big business, and several people have been arrested for stealing grease from industrial kitchens. One man was caught stealing $5.6 million worth in grease. Season 3, Episode 11. After losing his job, Homer imagines waking up in a land made entirely of chocolate, and then proceeded to eat everything possible, including the chocolate animals who lived there. A real land of chocolate would materialize 2 decades later. Chocolate Happy Land is in Shanghai, China. Many of its attractions can be eaten. Season 20, Episode 4. In this 2008 episode, Homer tries to vote Democrat in the election, but when he presses Obama, the machine registers it as a vote for McCain, and he realizes the machines are rigged. At the time, it was a complete joke, but 4 years later, in the next election, some voting machines really were rigged just like this. Season 5, Episode 19. At the local school, the lunch lady is seen cooking with horse meat, or at least some of it was meat. It's from a barrel labeled assorted horse parts. 19 years after this episode was shown, a huge horse meat scandal emerged. It was revealed that many beef products sold in European supermarkets actually contained horse meat. Food inspectors were testing certain brands of beef and discovered significant amounts of horse DNA. Thousands of people were outraged to learn they had been eating horse for years. Season 5, Episode 10. 2 minor characters are a double act who perform on stage with a white tiger. They were based on Siegfried and Roy, a double act who do the same thing in real life. In one episode, the tiger stops performing to maul them. That was in 1993. 10 years later, this happened in real life, when Roy Horn was mauled and bitten in the neck by their white tiger. I was reluctant to include this in the list, as literally anyone could have predicted it. It's just what happens when you befriend tigers. Season 22, Episode 1. Bengt Holmström is an economist from Finland. In 2016, he won the Nobel Prize for Economics. That alone isn't very noteworthy, but The Simpsons predicted his winning of it back in 2010. It was actually Milhouse who predicted it, with him and his friends betting money on who could predict Nobel Prize winners. Here's something weird. Holmström is part of a minority of Finns who speak Swedish as their first language. Season 11, Episode 5. In this episode, Homer returns to the farm where he grew up. While there, he breeds a hybrid tomato when he combines it with tobacco. The resulting tomaco crop is an overgrown and deformed yet addictive tomato. This was in 1999. In 2013, overgrown and deformed vegetables were discovered in real life. They were found in several villages surrounding a Japanese nuclear power plant. This supports the idea that radiation can cause genetic mutations, which makes me worry about the actual people who live there. Season 25, Episode 16. In this episode, Homer becomes a football referee in time for the 2014 World Cup. 2 predictions are accurately made during the episode. The first is that Germany would win the cup. The second is the FIFA scandal, which unfolded the next year. In the episode, the president of FIFA was arrested for corruption. In reality, FIFA president Sepp Blatter was removed from office, and an investigation launched into the organization. That investigation seems to have unearthed evidence of officials being bribed for millions of dollars. Season 6, Episode 24. In this classic episode, it turns out Springfield locals take great pride in a nearby lemon tree. But when that lemon tree is stolen by children from a nearby town, the two communities go to war. It's absurd because no one would ever steal a lemon tree. But in 2013, a lemon tree was stolen from one neighborhood and taken to another. It caused a lot of animosity and tension between the two areas. Season 11, Episode 17. After sneaking into an Indian casino, Bart is shown a vision of his future self. And in this vision, he's a failed musician with no real achievements to his name. Meanwhile, Lisa has just been elected president. She's preparing to assume office, and it turns out the outgoing president is Donald Trump. The episode aired 16 years ago. The person who wrote the episode recently said it was intended as a warning.